Hello, you wonderful, beautiful human beings. You will notice an air of positivity throughout this video where we get stuff fixed and snap out of the funk that I've been in for the last few days. I'm still a bit ill, but not as bad. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to fix the wind-vane, we're going to fix the Telepilot, and we're going to have a look at the engine and see what's wrong with it. Possibly fix that, although I'll probably scab it out for another video of that because I don't think I can go anywhere for a week because I got no wind. Yeah, let's get to it. Oh. Positivity. Just roll intro a minute. Right, I'm going to pick myself up. The first thing I'm actually going to do is spin the boat around onto a different pontoon because I need to get to the back of it. I've asked them in the office and stuff, it's alright, and they said it's okay. So yeah, I've got a spring line on that's tied fore and aft, so I'm just going to take the forward and aft lines off and drag it around with the spring line or something. I'm not going to bother starting the engine, then I can get to the back of the boat. So yeah, I'll set up a camera and do that, shall I? Bonjour, here we go. Looks like I'm stood on a marble, doesn't it? This is the 360 camera, trying to get a look at it. I've sped the footage right up because it's just me kicking my boat and stuff. And then a guy comes helping because he saw that I was making an absolute mess of it. Basically, I wasn't letting go of the bow end of the thingy line, and for some reason, imagining that it would magic its way in. But yeah, he gave me a lift, and it all worked out okay, and nobody died. Hashtag. I have sped this one up too. Yeah, basically, this is why I wanted to turn the boat around. I tried to get the Ujamadanga off the back with it on the mooring buoy, but I couldn't get the leverage on it. So all I've got to do is take some threaded bar out that holds the long wooden tiller out, get that out, and then basically it's free to lift off. This is a reason that I don't just take it off and on every time that I'm coming into port, because I've basically got to take the tiller off, which is a nightmare, and I'm guaranteed to drop it in the sea. I don't know what I'm doing here. Getting on the boat, obviously. Oh, there's a little blue thing still tied on. Yeah, so, you know, taking that off. You know, I'll make you all watch me do that for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Whatever. Yes. Yeah, and then the little stringy thing I tie onto the boat because I'm guaranteed that if I hadn't have done, I would have dropped this in the water. And obviously because I did tie it on, I didn't drop it in the water because that's just how life goes. And then I give it a massive yank to get it off, and it came off really easily, so I nearly fell backwards off the dock. Yeah, and that's it, it's off. So that's obviously one part of it, and we'll have a look at the next in a minute. There's a person over there, so I don't know if I can talk. We'll try. Okay, so the last thing that you saw was probably me taking the wind-vane off. And so look how it works. Oh, here she is. So as you can see, this bit goes over the rudder stock until it goes in. It's got this off the back, and running through the centre of it is a piece of stainless with a rudder on the bottom and a little mini tiller on the top with a thing that you can engage and disengage. And what that does is it sits inside that cog there. So what you do is you put the vane pointing at the correct angle you want to the wind, engage that little tag, and then the position of the wind vane is locked to the position of this little rudder as your boat moves relative to the wind. the rudder brings it back on course to keep you on a course relative to the wind, not overground and not following a heading. So if the wind changes, the course changes. If you're going upwind, as you speed up, the apparent wind moves forward, so you will bear away from the wind, say if you're on 80 degrees or something like that. So that's how it works. And what's broken is, well, I'll just talk. When you come into port, this rudder is still in the water, and the wash over the back of it kicks the hell out of it. It like wobbles the rudder all over the place. So what I wanted to do was tie this on, put it through turning block so I can lift it out of the water when I'm coming into port, and then put it all the way down when I'm using it. The only thing is there was too much friction between the bottom of this and the top of this in its fully down position for it to track the wind. So what I did was I lifted it up slightly to get rid of that friction, and what it actually did was, because this is fastened on one side, it put a bias in the rudder and kept turning me towards the wind. So how can I fix it? Well, I can put another what's it on the other side, but what I have noticed is that this is all cracking now and terrible. I'll point at it. So it's all goosed because it's been sat in the water a couple of months. I don't want that wood to get wet through and cocked up, so I'm actually going to scrap the wind vane for the time being and use a normal autopilot. But yeah, that's how it works. Unfortunately, it's not going to be working for a while because I'm going to put it in the 4-peak cabin and just use the Telepilot and hand steer, because I'm only doing day hops now, so that should be okay. But yeah, that's how the wind vane works or doesn't work. Oh, what am I going to do to fix it? So I'm going to put another piece on this side so it pulls up straight to a turning block or something like that. Waffling, aren't I? Yeah, that's that. Next job, Telepilot. As you can probably tell from the light, it's a few hours later. The sun's on its way down. I got a bit distracted by getting an offer to go on a tall ship for a bit. I've got some wonderful footage, as you would imagine, so this is the footage I got. I've got to be quick because look what I'm driving. Tall ship, and I'm on the helm. Pretty cool, eh? This is bananas. Right, I'm busy. I've got stuff to do. And amazing, wasn't it? This one's slightly better. Fawn. What a surprise. This bit's slightly better. But yeah, phantasmagorical. Right, as you can see, wind vane's gone. It's all packed up inside. The dingamadinger I've got underneath it, it's just held on with a single bolt. I've got some footage of that I actually record. If you can't see somewhere, this is a trick I learnt off my old boss Mark. It's obvious really, but stick your phone in there and record with the torch on and then play it back and have a look. I used to do it all the time with machines at work where I used to work. Anyway, yeah, waffling. What was I saying? Yeah, single nut that had just come loose, so tighten that up, and I may put something else in just to stop it rotating or anything like that. But if it does come loose again, it's like a 30-second job to fasten it back up. I was going to do the... you'll not see them. Down in there are seacocks for the cockpit drains. I'd really like to be able to shut them, because at the minute it's a high risk venture for the simple reason I've got no way of shutting them off when they're at water level. I've got bungs, so if the worst did happen, I could stick a bung in the back, but I'd like to be able to turn the seacocks off. They're just so old. I think I've just had a go at it, but the pipe works so old as well that I'm not forcing it. I'm just opening a can of worms. So a few people have said you never really see the boat from the outside, so let's have a little look at the boat from the outside, shall we? I'll go to the end of the thing. There she is. You notice that she's about 5 inches taller than the dock compared to everybody else. She's tiny, but yeah, it's my little perfectly formed girl. She's a mess at the minute because I'm doing stuff, but ready for another sunset. So yeah, I think have you noticed that I'm trying to use the camera outside? I do keep looking to see if anybody's here, but I've not seen anybody. That was scary. Yeah, so all that's sorted. What isn't sorted is the gearbox now. So I noticed when I was leaving the dock to set off around Portland, I was in astern, but I wasn't going astern any quicker than the wind, really. So I forgot about it, got back to the dock, all the rest of it, and then I thought I'd test it yesterday with DCW, and I'll go into reverse and I can give it thrust and stuff, and then the prop will just stop spinning even though it's still in reverse and nothing's changed. The prop will just start spinning really slowly as if the clutch is disengaged. So it's another thing on the list, but I think I can fix it with I think it's got to be Morse cable adjustment, because if you remember I pulled all this to pieces and faffed with it, so I imagine it's that. It's got to be that, hasn't it? If it's not, it's got to be that, basically. Yeah. I'm not fixing that in this episode, because if it's something bad I may need to save that episode for another week that I won't be able to go anywhere. I have decided that I think so when you do 6 days here you get a day free. Once I've had my free day, I think I'm just going to motor around the bill, get into Lime Bay, chill out on anchor or something. There's literally no wind until Wednesday next week, and then it fills in from the southeast, so yeah, probably do that. Don't know. Anyway, I'm going to sit and watch a glorious sunset. I've quit smoking. I've never smoked on camera, but I smoked. I quit for ages, then started again, and now I've quit again. So it'd be nice to sit here with a cigarette and watch the sun go down, but I'm not. I don't smoke anymore. Yeah, right. Stop faffing. Go and get an haircut, sunshine. See you later.